starting obviously in a Thai Chinese household, watching my grandma as my first culinary teacher, and then that evolving into working in professional American and French kitchens, and then cooking around the world. I've taken all of the tips and tricks from a commercial kitchen and made this line easy for everybody.
Welcome into HSN, everyone. I'm Su-Ming Wong, and look who's with us.
Hello.
It's Chef Jet Tila. Excited is an understatement. We have his brand new Today's Special. Are you ready? Here we go. Chef Jet Tila. He is world famous. He is an award-winning chef. He's a best-selling author, Food Network star, and designer of amazing cookware exclusively here at HSN. Now, take a look. This is going to be the brand new Today's Special. This is everything you need to slice and dice and chop and really be a professional at home. Chef is giving us the tools that we need, no matter your skill level, so that you can take that professional kitchen into your house. I want to tell you what you are getting today. Okay, so you are getting 2 knives in the Today's Special. This is only the second Today's Special from Chef Jet, by the way. 2 knives today. Now, what is that? I want you to take a look. So this is the 7-inch chef knife and 5.5-inch nikiri. These are 2 full-size knives that originally on HSN, if you were to look, they would be $60 a piece, which means the value today for 2 of these is $120. And by the way, they sell all day at HSN with customer picks on there at that price. But today, you are getting both of these home for $39.95. I'm gonna say that again, $39.95 for both of these. On a flex pay, it is gonna be under $8 for both. Now, this is an essential piece that you need to have to make your cooking easier, make your life easier, and I think cooking safer at home, right, Chef?
Absolutely. So the cool thing about the Jet knives, these are the same knives I'm using on TV. You've watched Tournament of Champions, you've watched me on Chopped. This is it right here. And why they are amazing is because these are the best. So I've searched the world, got the best steel, which is Japanese steel. I wanted the best wood, which is Mediterranean olive wood. And these are mature olive trees. That means the graining is tight. These are fallen trees, which means we don't cut trees down. That means the metal also runs all the way through the handle, which means this is a full tang. And I put really fun kind of design accents as well. So that's my seal there. And if you look on the one side of the knife, the seal is also in red here. It's also micro lasered across. And the reason is when you put your thumb on the red seal and your index finger on the other side and you grab that knife, this is the right purchase or the right grip.
Oh.
And this is called the pinch grip of the knife. And you have 2 knives here. This is a nikiri, which is really great chopping knife, right?
Yeah.
It's 5.5 inches. It has a nice heft to it. And then the reason why I wanted to pair a chef's knife, this is the first chef's knife I've ever made for HSN or period. Now the problem with chef's knife is this. Most people are like, hey, the 8-inch, 9-inch is too long. It's too cumbersome.
Yeah.
The 6-inch is too short. You can't get that rocking motion. And check it out, when you get a 7-inch perfect knife that's weighted, that's the right metal, and when you do that French rocking, it gives you that perfect angle, the perfect slide to do that. So it doesn't matter. Some of you like to cut French style, and you can do it. And some of you want to switch over to the Asian style. Both knives can do this. Such a crazy value, by the way. I can't even begin.
No, it certainly is. And this is something that is an essential in your home. I mean, I'm going to ask you right now, how old are your knives, right? Have you had trouble with your knives cutting into things? That's a safety issue. You want to make sure, right? If you're not trying to cut into something and then something slips, that could be a finger. I'm just saying, like, I think we've all been there, right?
True.
For today, think about the investment in this. This isn't a set that you're getting and that you're gonna use for a couple of years, then it's throwaway. This is an investment piece that you are going to use over and over because of the quality that you are seeing. This is gonna last you a lifetime. And today, it is under $40 for both pieces for you to get home. Now, I do wanna mention, we actually have a bonus buy for you as well. So everything you're seeing, right? You're getting both knives in that beautiful casing. So if you wanna gift it, keep it, but we we do have a bonus buy that you can grab today. Take a look at your screen. This is the paring knife that you're going to get $10 off when you buy the Today Special. And I would say all 3 of these pieces together, and that's $29.95. So even all 3 pieces, right, at a Today Special price with the bonus buy is still cheaper than getting 2 knives at full price that we sell all day, Chef. What an incredible value for pieces that have really the most amazing quality.
Absolutely, and the paring knife, I know out there at home, this is the knife that most of you use. You're really comfortable with this form factor, you're really comfortable with the size, but when you don't have a paring knife, you don't have one that does this. You don't have the serrations there. Look at that. Each one of these is like its own little teeth that grabs into things. And people will always say, hey, paring knives are not good for anything smooth because they're jagged. That's not true at all. Check out the thin razor slices. This is a soft cherry tomato, by the way, and I'm not putting any pressure at all. I'm letting the knife do all the work, and just look how razor sharp this is. And again, remember, so you gotta grab one of these along with the set. This is also my breakfast knife, by the way.
It's your breakfast knife?
It's kind of my breakfast knife. That's right. You know, right? You know, I've also heard it's a cocktail knife. So let's do breakfast and then we'll make cocktails. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Let all the knife do the work again. I'm gonna let me get the serrations do the work. So all I'm gonna do is keep a flat plane with a knife. I'm just gonna rotate this bagel and go around, and then let the knives do all the work between this paring knife, between the nigiri knife. Look at that razor sharp cut you get. Really, really amazing.
Well, and what I'm noticing, Chef, with the knives, with our Today's Special, right, is that you, like you said, you're letting the knife do the work. So we're not supposed to have to really put work into it then when we're cutting into something, are we?
Oh, no, you absolutely shouldn't. Now, you know, the old adage is you only cut yourself with a dull knife. So when you have Japanese steel, which holds an edge incredibly, when you have Mediterranean olive wood, again, here's your cocktail, by the way. I mean, my director's going, hey, this is it right here. So this is your Manhattan right here, and then you could actually take the same knife for any of these knives, and I'm gonna cut what's called the Supreme. So I take a flat side both on each side, I lay it flat, and then I'm gonna go ahead and peel this orange now using that paring knife. Look at that. Look how clean that slices. And once I expose a segment, now I can get in there and grab one segment of Supreme.
Look at
so
this.
Cocktail perfection, appetizer perfection, there you go. And that's just the paring knife. We can move on to all the other knives as well.
That's just the paring knife, guys. If you're getting the Today Special, make sure you also get that paring knife. It's $10 off today. The value here is absolutely incredible. Now, when we talk about, you know, the set, Chef, why the chef knife and why the nigiri?
Well, again, what you want, you're getting actually 2 knives for the price of half a knife retail. Let's talk about the chef's knife really quick. The full taper knife, okay? It's got a point. It goes all the way up. This is called the bolster. You have the handle. Both are full tang. This is your rocking knife. Now watch. If I like to slice thusly, like a French chef, and I want to rock, that's 7 inches perfect, because 6 inches too short. It gives you kind of a stumpy slice.
Yeah.
8 inches really kind of scary for most chefs. So there's your chef's knife right there. Moving on to the nigiri, which basically just means Japanese for a vegetable knife. That's all that is. Same design, same construction, but I'm gonna hold it exactly the same way. But what the nigiri allows you to do now is to get to a nice, accurate chopping. So one in the house. My wife likes the chef's knife. I love the nigiri. Our kids also, but you can go back and forth between each knife. But it really is, the value is crazy because you're getting 2 knives for the price of one. Because previously on HSN.com, each knife was $60.
It is right now. If you were to buy them separately, and you can do that, I'm not saying not to, but this is an incredible value today that you are only getting today for our Today Special that Chef has brought to us. Now think about Father's Day coming up, and I was saying selfishly, this would be a great Father's Day gift for my husband so I can use them. But think about Father's Day coming up. Do you have a wedding to go to? Is there a housewarming, right? Or what do your knives look like? You might have a ton of knives at home that are sitting there. Maybe you have to pay to have them sharpened. These are knives that you are going to use that for, you know, years and years and years because of the quality that you are getting. Remember, this is Japanese steel blades, those olive wood handles. When you get this home and touch it, I mean, I felt it myself for the first first time, Chef, and I could feel that balance, that weight.
Yep.
All of this says to me, this screams like hundreds of dollars, right?
Oh,
and
it's
anywhere
easy.
else,
Yeah.
it would be hundreds of dollars.
Go ahead and make that comparison. Get up there yourself and search them. Now, I mean, you're looking at this knife. It's not just the metal. The Japanese steel is also called the bolster.
Okay.
Now, the bolster is that really nice thick piece of metal where you rest your fingers, and it also adds some weight there. So when you put your fingers correctly above the bolster with the little metal, this is that perfect balance point. So when you have a really well-balanced knife, it does all the work for you. When you swing the knife, it's effortless because the weight is in the right place. And what happens is you get effortless cuts. It's not dangerous when you cut with the right knife. It is the perfect set of knives, and that's why both of these are amazing.
Well, and it meets us where we are, right? Whether we're a home chef, like maybe we're new to cooking. Maybe we've been cooking for years.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. It's going to meet you where you are.
Well, if you're new to cooking, you want to start with the best gear, right? And if you're experienced, you still want to go with the best gear. And on top of that, if you watch me on TV, you could basically join Team Tila in about 2 clicks from hsn.com. And you know what? We have all the fun accessories, by the way, as well. Did you know that I'm not cutting on just a cutting board? I'm also cutting on my knife rack.
This is the knife rack
This is
too?
the knife rack. So if we go over to the knife rack, I just wanted to highlight it really quick because it's super fun. Now, this unit is 2 pieces, right? And did you notice that my knives aren't falling?
Right.
Because it's fully magnetic. So listen. My son would say, "Dad, that's so satisfying of a sound." And so this is what happens, right? This knife presenter / board, one side is flat. This is by bamboo, by the way. Totally renewable resource, right? So this is your flat cutting side. It's dual-sided. This is what I call the gravy channel side. So if you're cutting fruit that kind of has a little bit of juice, or if you're resting your steaks, cutting your steaks, it's right there. Comes on a metal base, and the way you know you're in the right side is I have the Chef Jet logo right here with my finger. It matches up with that Chef Jet logo in the base, and you just start going to town, grabbing all your Jet knives and presenting them. And when your friends come over for dinner or for a party, they're like, "Wait a minute, I know that logo. I watched that dude on Food Network." Like, yeah, he's a buddy of mine. We hang out. This is his gear. Pretty cool.
Exactly.
And then you compare that with a cookbook with Allie's and my recipes. You compare that with some knife guards. We have our knife sharpener for your other knives that are dull that you don't want to get rid of. But I've really created a fun ecosystem with HSN that I'm really proud of.
We love that. We have the item number up for you. So if you're wanting to get that magnetic knife stand and cutting board, I know it's been super popular since last night. Also, if you're like me and you have so much clutter on your, on your counters, this is perfect because it's going to help you save space, and it's functional for you as well. And I do love a good bamboo, right? We don't. I mean, the plastic ones that stuff kind of comes off and everything.
Well, you also will dull your knives. Like, look, plastic is great for some things, but not for knife cutting boards. And another reason why you want to get a board that has 2 sides. So this is a rested steak, and now this is where you want to use your 7-inch knife because the Nakiri is going to be just a little too short for slicing meat. So this is chicken, this is beef, this is meat. I'm going to cut with the grain first, and then watch. I'm going to angle the knife now, and I'm just going to let the knife do all the work.
Look at that.
Just perfect. What we call shingles, right, of beef, medium rare all the way through. And what's lovely is because we cooked this right, we sliced it right, it's going to have a little extra juice. The juice is going to get caught on the board, and then I'm going to use that juice to put right onto the food. I mean, look at that. That is, again, so that's where I want you to use your 7-inch, because look at that. I can grab an entire slab. I can present it onto the plate, and I still have all the drippings caught on the board. Am I going to throw that away? Heck no, that's all flavor right there. Yeah, that's all the good part. So,
look at that.
So that's why this is a full Jet ecosystem.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. And the precision, like the control that you have with these knives, like I can't explain to you, when you get these home, when I lift them up and you feel them, the weight on them, just the way that it sits in your hand. And I have little hands, I will say, right? And so this fits perfectly, I think, in anyone's hand. It's just, it's that ergonomic handle.
It's completely ergonomic. It fits your hand like a glove. And in terms of aftercare, all you're gonna do is wash warm soapy water. Don't Don't put them in the dishwasher.
Okay.
All right, and with that olive wood handle, because it's olive wood, it's got a tight grain, it's gonna be water resistant. It will never get slippery on you.
Oh my gosh, these really are incredible. I want to remind you all of the value that you are getting today, okay? You are getting, for the Today Special, the 2 knives in the set. You're getting the 7-inch, and that's gonna be the chef knife, 5 and a 5.5 inch on that Nikiri. And so in that set, you're also getting the box. We'll show you here that beautiful gift box that it comes in as well. And of course, the use and care guide. So you can gift this to someone. I would say though, grab a few at this price, right? Father's Day is coming up. Do you have weddings that you're going to? I actually am going to an anniversary of a family friend. It's their 50th wedding anniversary. This would be a perfect gift for them. So think about that. But really, I want you at home, think about how, is it fun for you to cook right now, right? With the knives that you have, is it hard for you to cook, hard for you to prep? This is going to make your life so much easier. It's going to make cooking fun again. When you have that high quality, you know, this is that restaurant grade, that commercial grade that chef is bringing to us, there is nothing like it.
Right, and another thing is things that are really difficult to cut as well. Carrots, the durable things, it's gonna go right through it. Butternut squash, this is where the big knife is again. Big, thick carrots, no problem. I mean, I can literally just start taking them apart, piece by piece. So that's gonna be the long chef's knife. And you're like, oh, I need a little detail work. Let's switch immediately over to the Nikiri for softer things and they don't smashed. I'm literally using that sharp Japanese steel to cut through versus bruising. You're right. And most knives are just gonna smush things.
Yeah.
And you know what, let's put that to the test. What's the softest thing I have here? I have some strawberries to your right there.
Oh, strawberries,
So what I'll do is, with strawberries, let me start with the 4-inch serrated knife. I'm gonna show you the hulling properties. So I'm gonna get a higher grip here. I'm gonna insert the knife at a 45-degree angle. I'm gonna turn, which is, you know, what these knives are made for. Look at that, that's perfect hulling right there. And now I'm gonna switch over to the Nikiri. And this is where I need to do a little garnish, right? And get some really thin slices.
And look how thin those are.
It's crazy. I think we should just do like a paper thin challenge on a few different things there.
Yes.
So there's one, there's a strawberry. What do I have? I think I've got another bell pepper.
Now the paring knife that you just saw Chef use, that is our bonus buy today. So when you get the Today Special, remember that is 2 knives that you are getting in the set that is under $40. They each sell at hsn.com, and we can even show you that for $60 a piece. Retail would be $120 for both. Today, you are getting them for under $40. That is
amazing.
$80 off. That is over 50% off for both of those. Then you get that paring knife for $10 off, which makes it $29.95. The entire set, all 3 pieces, is still going to be under the price for 2. So it's better than a BOGO at this rate, but I would say get all of them, right, Chef?
Yeah, you bet. And again, people are like, hey, squash, everyone's buying these already cut, already processed.
Yes.
Don't you dare. And I get it, because your knives at home, when you try to cut through squash, it falls right off, it slips, it makes you scared. I'm gonna show you with a 7-inch knife. I'm not putting any pressure, my friends. This is a butternut squash. I mean, just to prove it, listen. That is a full, solid butternut squash. And with a 7-inch, I would lean in with tip first and just put a slight bit of pressure in, and you can actually turn squash into French fries. Watch this. So just
into French fries?
Oh, you know, 1/4-inch cut. We call this.
Look at this.
We call this the bâtonnet. It's the bâtonnet cut in French. Every cut's got a French name to it, right? So we're going from the hardest thing on here to something soft. I'm gonna show you the precision of the Nikiri.
Yes.
I'm gonna take just one little tile of bell pepper, and that's not how we clean a bell pepper in the French kitchen. We have to see this little pith here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep going until I don't see any pith. There's one layer right there. Not enough for me. My French chef would say, no, more.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna go even more. Look at that. I'll go a little slower and just show you.
Gosh.
You can actually see the window. You can see the little Chef Jet logo
it's
overhead.
like paper thin.
It is paper thin, and that's what you want. I can go even one more layer and then cut what we would call like brunoise garnish.
Yeah.
And it's all because of that Japanese steel. This is a 1/8-inch piece. I could keep going if I really wanted to, but I'll show our friends. I would take that now and I would cut a fine julienne, which is this, square that off right there. And now 1/8 inch by 1/8 inch by 1/8 inch. So there's an 1/8 inch fine julienne.
Look at that.
And then check out my little fine julienne, just to check me that they're all disconnected. Now I would take the fine julienne, cut them perpendicular. Square that off, and now we will have fine brunoise. Now again, there's no magic trick here. All this is a razor sharp Japanese steel knife wrapped in full tang all the way into that olive wood, and you can just see how fine those cuts are right there.
I mean, this is going to make your life so much easier in the kitchen. Think about it right now. Are you trying to prep, food for dinner, for lunch? How long is it taking you? Are you, maybe having a little bit of difficulty with those knives, cutting into things, right? Having to put your back or elbow into it. That's not what should be happening. And that's a safety issue too.
That's right.
You need to have essentials like these in your kitchen, no matter your skill level. This is where you start. Now, remind you, this is 2 that you are getting today, okay, for under $39.95. On that flex pay, it is under $8. I would say take the challenge, right, Chef? Get them home.
Yeah,
you've got 30 days, and compare them to the stuff you're working with right now. You're going to throw your old ones out immediately, and then you're going to say, I need to get everything that Chef has brought to us here at HSN, because the quality is just incomparable. It really is amazing. Oh, now what are we making here?
So basically here, I'll just start all over. So the reason why you want a fine tip, and now we're going back to the chef's knife, is you can actually use that edge to trace a rib of something. This could be, any of your greens, any of the, your anything with the rib. I'll cut this in half, and this is a knife cut in the French we call chiffonade, and all that means is to tear into fine strips. Then you roll it up. So this is your basils, this is your shards, this is anything leafy that you want to make kind of nice and delicate. Now I'm going to cut into a very fine shred. That's it. And again, this is where you want the 7-inch knife, and that's when you switch over to the Nikiri. But you're getting both knives for the price of basically
less than the price of one.
It's way less than the price of one. I'm trying to do in my mind the math, because it's so insane. And you might be wondering, well, how can we do that? It's because we go right to the manufacturers. I design the knives. We import them ourselves. There's no middleman. There's no big box. There's no rent to pay. It goes right to you. You get the savings immediately.
Right. Well, and I want to let you all know too. Like, Chef uses this on air. When you watch him on Food Network, when you see him on these competitive shows, right, Chopped and everything else, he's using these knives. So this is what he uses. You have the ability to get this in your home. That restaurant quality, that commercial quality that Chef uses, you can have too. Now, Chef, I know you're doing the onion. Can I do, like, let's say I had garlic or something, right?
Absolutely.
Could we use this to, like, crush the garlic and things like that? Like, are those things that we would do with this? Or like, what if I have like chicken, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I break down whole chickens. You know what? Just a few hours ago, you might have watched Wild Card Kitchen.
Yeah.
You might have watched Tournament of Champions. This is the stuff I'm breaking down salmon with.
Oh.
These are the boards that I'm using. These are the knives and the boards that I'm doing all the pro work. And when we're in my restaurant, we're also using that as well. So now I'm going to switch from the gravy one to there. There you go. Take that one. You can put it right there if you want. I'll just switch it with you, literally just doing a switch with you. And now, I have sashimi, let's say. I have a sashimi grade salmon.
Yes.
I'm going to show you. Only a sharp knife can cut fish like this. So what I'll do is I'm cutting what's called sakudori.
Okay.
And that means in Japanese little blocks. So nice thin slice to the skin. I'm going to make a little bit of a turn here. And now that knife, because I have those laser etched Jet logos, I just want you to look at the skin underneath. Look at that. I'm right inside the skin. I have perfect blocks of sashimi, which we call sakudori, and I can go back the other way. And you're not making sushi at home. Let's say you're just making dinner.
Yeah.
How about Tuesday night dinner? That's right, and because it's razor sharp, look at that. I'm right in.
That's clean off.
It's clean off, and you're not tearing anything. And that is exactly the test of any knife is, dull knives are gonna tear, right? Sharp knives are going to slice. And now I can cut sashimi with these. I don't need a special knife. These are sharp enough to make sashimi blocks right here.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It's cutting through it like butter.
Oh, absolutely. And the way you do it with a Japanese knife, you start with a heel, and you go to the tip, just like that, and then you lean the piece out. I'll do one more because 4 is an unlucky number.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Right. Anyway, AAPI Easter egg, there you go, right there. And then you've got a little sashimi action. Really simple, but that's sashimi. How about dinner?
Yes.
Right? I just want to now take the same salmon block. I'm going to cut it at a 45-degree angle. And now, instead, I've got restaurant style. Yeah, and you know what? You're always cutting protein against the grain.
Okay.
So that's for sashimi, that's for the grill, and it's all contained on the board. And and because it's magnetized,
right?
I could take the whole board with me and not worry it's going to fall over.
Oh, exactly.
How
now,
fun is that?
If you want the board, we're going to give you that item number as well. It's been wildly popular. It is magnetic. It has 2 sides. It's made from bamboo as well. So you can just use it to cut, right? And then you can, when you're done, put the knives right back on there. So make sure you're picking that up. It's under $6 on a flex pay as well. I mean, everything today, the value is so incredible here, but that one is under $6. I was telling Chef earlier, I have everything in my cart right now. So I would say to you too, I mean, when you get these home, the quality of these knives is incredible. You're gonna feel the weight of them. It almost, you know, Chef, I wanna say it's almost like it's guiding you as you're cutting through it. Would that be correct?
So I would say, you know what, it's naturally gonna conform to your hand.
Okay.
Right, ergonomically. And you know what, you've ever heard of peeling mushrooms?
No.
Yeah, we actually do that in the French kitchen. And it takes a very fine knife to be able to peel a mushroom. And I know when you go to the super fancy French restaurants, we actually have to do this in back of house. So yes, feel bad for us a little bit, right? But you know, you can do this at home.
You have more patience than I do. But when you have the tools that make it easy for you.
Oh, for sure. So that's a fancy peeled mushroom. But for most people, I'm just gonna slice these for my wife's omelet in the morning. So look at that. That's a perfectly peeled mushroom using the paring knife. Now I'm switching over to cutting mode. Chalking up on the knife, executing the pinch grip, and I'm gonna go slow. And this is just how easy you can slice mushrooms. I'm gonna just keep going. I like to cut the caps off. I'll process them separately, and that paring knife really is that perfect size for most jobs, you know. And what else can I do? How about a shallot, or as my chefs would say, shallot?
Shallot?
It's a time for a shallot.
Shallot? Which
yeah,
one?
Exactly.
Is there a right way?
All depends where you grow up. There's no right way. I just would say, oui, chef, shallot. And
okay.
Yeah, whatever chef said, that's what I would say.
Okay, oui, chef. Got it.
Yeah.
So we're cutting up the shallot. So I know we did lime, or sorry, we did orange earlier. We could do lime with this, and now we're doing the shallots with this.
Yeah.
So that serrated edge, you know, how is that different? So when we're cutting into something that we want to do with this versus maybe the today's special?
Yeah, since we're tight, I say we live in the serrations just for a second, all right? So what you're looking at here is individual serrated scallops here. Okay. And the rounded serrations are the high-end serrations, because you could actually get in there, and if you need to, in about a year, maybe run it on a steel. And these serrations will actually bite into the item for you, so you don't slip. Right, and you get nice clean cuts, and with 3 motions you get perfectly minced shallots, just like that. Pretty awesome. Another thing is for soft things, right? We already talked about that strawberry. When you have a serration, when you move the knife back and forth, it actually grabs into the item for you, so you don't smash. And this is the how thin can I get my strawberry game right here. And I've taken a tiny strawberry, and I'm probably gonna try to get 8 or 9 slices out of it. But that's what the serrations are for. And anything super soft like bread as well. Look at that, isn't that fun?
Oh, for bread, that's right, because we did a bagel earlier.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Cutting through, because I'll tell you with my knives, right, and this is why I need new knives, and ask yourself that question too. Are you having trouble even cutting through a bagel, right?
Yes. Is it smashing your bagel or baguette? Probably is. Then it's time to probably get a new knife. And look, I know you have attachments to knives, but it's time to get the highest tech stuff. You want the stuff that Food Network people have.
Yes.
That's exactly what you want. You know what I mean? And that's why it's cool. So 4-inch serrated knife. And then what I'll do is, again, I can take it off the side and look at not smashing this heirloom tomato, this vine-ripened heirloom tomato. So that'll give you an example of what the 4-inch can do. Let me grab the Nikiri knife, and just to show you how sharp that is.
Wow.
I'm gonna take that top part off, and I'm just gonna make nice thin slices.
Look at the precision here, the control. I mean, these can be yours. I want to remind you, with that, with the paring knife, it is $39.95. However, when you get the today's special, remember, which is $39.95 for 2, that normally are $120 if you buy them both separately, okay, then you are getting that for $10 off. So you can essentially get everything that you're seeing for less than the price of the 2 knives that we have in the today's special set that we sell for $60 each all day at hsn.com, and they're customer picks and you love them. But this is that amazing set that you can get for all of those pieces. I would say definitely jump on this. I don't know how many of the paring knife we brought in versus today's special, so you don't want to wait till later in the day, as we may not have that many left. So take advantage of that bonus buy. Now we're going to dive into talk a little bit about this amazing cutting board. It is magnetic, that Chef was talking about a little earlier. It's that hybrid, so it's a knife stand, it's a cutting board all in one.
Yeah, so again, the magnets are positive. You can see they're not going anywhere. And the way that this knife works is it's a phenomenal display for all your knives. It's a dual-sided, so there's two pieces. There's the base, and here is the gravy side. Here's the normal side, or the flat side, and this is the place when you go to hsn.com, grab the Santoku knife, the slicing knife, put it all here for the set.
It's beautiful, it's functional, it's going to look great in your kitchen. Also, do you have one of like the old school blocks? Yeah, you don't want that anymore.
No.
886185 is the item number for this cutting board. Remember, cutting board and stand. Under $6 is gonna get that home on a FlexPay. Now, don't go anywhere. We have even more with Chef Jet right after this.
Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900. Live your summer in style, from your favorite brands to all new celeb designer collections. Don't miss Summer in Style, Thursday at midnight.
HSN Plus has more live channels. Welcome, my friends. More ways to shop. More of this.
I'm here to collect my $25 gift card.
HSN Plus has more of what you love, all in one place. This is amazing. All for free. You're the best. Watch and shop what's happening now, or catch up on what you might have missed.
Let's have some fun. Come on in.
Okay, you're bringing in the base. See what all the Plus is about. Watch free everywhere you stream.
Love style? Then you've got to see G. Join fashion icon Giuliana Rancic Thursdays at 6 p.m.
Welcome back to HSN, everyone. We are hanging out with the one and only Chef Jet Tila. We're having a great time. We brought us our today's special today, and now we have something that is a today only. You are gonna go crazy over this like so many others have. This is the hybrid non-stick stir-fry pan, and it comes with a dome lid. Now, it's not just a stir-fry pan, right? It's not just a wok. It's literally going to be your go-to for everything. It is a huge customer pick already, and I will start off by letting you know that we only have 700 available to you. That is it. Once they're gone, they are gone. Now, this is gonna help you be able to multitask. You can steam in it, you can deep fry in it. This is going to be the pan that you use for absolutely everything. Now, what is the price today? This was $80, and everyone loved it at $80, but today only, it is $54.95. So it's 32% off. This would retail for about $150 to $200 anywhere else, but you can get it home today for under $16 on that. Under $11, I'm sorry, on a FlexPay. I'm bad at math.
Me too.
But these are incredible. And Chef, I will tell you, this is a huge customer pick. As you're going through things,
yeah.
I'm actually going to read off like customer reviews.
For sure. I want to hear the customer reviews, actually.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me start off with one. Someone said, I have been a chef and a cook for over 40 years in the industry.
You beat me by a little bit.
And he said, I would give this pan more than 5 stars if I could.
Easily. I like that. You know what? Look, let's talk about the construction. I know we have that really nice tight shot in there. So stainless is great for browning, friends. We know that non-stick is convenient, but this time you have both. This is a hybrid pan. I don't think people understand. Hey, look at that logo in there. We'll go even tighter. Everything that's metallic is actually literally stainless.
Oh.
And in between there, we've sandwiched a layer of ceramic nonstick. It's PFAS free. It's PTFE free. It gets hot all the way. That's a perfect shot. That's art right there I'm looking at. That is what's going to give you browning right there. And then in between. So you can't get under it. You can't scrub it out.
Right.
It will never lift on you. And I'm going to show you. Look at the capacity.
Ooh.
And I think a lot of people will look and be like, hey, is that a stir fry pan? Sure, it can stir fry, but is that its main job? No, this should be your soup pot. This should be your stock pot. This should be a braiser. This should be a deep fryer. This is the one that's going to do everything. And on top of that, we've actually added a few cool accents to it. You've got a stay cool handle. You've got a helper handle. And again, we've designed this handle so it doesn't get hot. It doesn't transfer. You can see the little V there. And what that is it gives little points of conduction there. And I've designed, you know, I hate having lids where you can't see in. Right? Because every time you lift, you lose heat. Every time you lift, you lose heat. So that's why we have a cook-through peekaboo lid.
So we can just look in there, see what's going on without having to disrupt the cook.
That's exactly right. And because you don't want to disrupt a cook ever, correct? You know what I mean? So I'm just going to show you volume. I'm going to show you brownability. Now, I mean, I just started these steaks, and I bet they're already starting to get great color.
Oh, look at that.
Absolutely.
I mean, and they're steaks. Like, if you think, you know, all walks are made the same, first of all, no.
No.
Secondly, I will say, you know, it's not just to cook Asian cuisine, right? A lot of people, like, I'm half Chinese. Do I have a wok at home? Sure. But it's literally my go-to for everything. I actually have 2 of these in my cart right now because my sister's getting one for a Mother's Day gift.
Nice.
Oh, yes, and if you want, we just got these back in stock, the 3-piece of the tong and tweezer set you're seeing Chef use.
Yep.
Grab those with it as well. These are great. You're getting them home for under $3 on that flex pay. They were $20. We dropped them down to under 15 for today.
Oh, and I'll take a second to tell you why. So these are silicone coated, right? Not just at the contact point, but also where you put your hands. Because sometimes us chefs forget, and we put our tongs here, and they get really hot. Not with silicone. And another thing, my tongs have kickstands. I know, I love my, so, you know, when you're touching food, you don't want to cross-contaminate. So maybe I'll just put it right here. I'm going to put it somewhere you can see the kickstand. Make sure that the contact point never touches food. And then we've got obviously a locking mechanism to it. So I like to do the shoulder. So you see me cooking competition. I need both my hands. So I like to unlock on the shoulder there, and then I'm in there. And I'm never going to burn myself. And these are good up to, you know, 400, 450 degrees. So
oh, wow.
Very fun stuff right there.
Okay, so remember, this is today only with this price. We only have about 700 available to go. Sorry, just kidding.
Oh, no.
Fewer than 700 of you can get it. And right now it is 12:30, which means it's still fairly early on the West Coast. Grab this. Once they're gone, they're gone. It is a huge customer pick. Chef, someone else said this is the best wok/stir-fry pan I have ever owned. Nothing sticks at all.
Oh, for sure.
And sometimes we think in our wok, the old school ones, stuff sticks, right?
And how about your old school woks and your cast iron? Remember that seasoning word? You're always worried, hey, am I treating this wok right? Is it seasoned? Is it going to be nonstick? This is 3 layers of metal, my friends. It's stainless steel on the outside. It's a conductive aluminum layer. And then this amazing surface, which I'm going to show you these steaks. Check out the browning. That surface right there is stainless steel wedged together with the ceramic nonstick. Now look, you can't get this without having some kind of stainless, because that's a restaurant crust right there. That's exactly what you want in a restaurant crust. Look at that.
Now, Chef, if I have stainless steel tools, because we do have those as well. Those are in my cart too, by the way.
Oh yeah, here, let me switch over.
That set. Can we use the stainless steel on that? Because traditional, when we think nonstick, we can't.
You're absolutely right.
But this is a brand new technology.
Yeah, well, just think about it's a weave between the metal, the stainless steel, and the nonstick. So when you're in here with metal tools, and you're doing kind of like the Asian stir fry, which I'm doing here, the stainless steel is actually protecting the nonstick. And the you know what I mean? So you can't get to the nonstick to scratch it. It's just not possible.
Which
so
is
that's how
amazing.
that works right there.
I love that.
So I'm gonna do a little baked chicken and rice. We won't finish it, but I'm gonna show you how to do it. I browned the chicken, some olives in there. I'm gonna add a little rice, and this is the perfect rice cooker pot, by the way. This is what I want you to cook your rice in. This is what I want you to mash potatoes in. This is that pot, and because it's oven safe, I can cook my chicken, start my rice, put that peekaboo lid in there, and this goes right into the oven. 25 minutes, 300, and I'm good to go. So that's it. All right, let's check on the clams. Now look, I know my clams are cooking because if I get in there, I can see my stock, I can see my wine doing its job. Now I feel confident to lift the lid away from me. And again, it's stay cool handles on both sides. That's not hot. That's not hot. I'll give that a little toss. And look at that. The clams are open. We're going to finish with a little bit of herb, a little more shallot there. And I'm going to plate that. That looks like they're mostly...
Oh my gosh, they look amazing.
Gorgeous.
It smells amazing, folks, I will
I'll
tell
let that
you.
reduce a little bit. And these steaks are just about ready to go. So I'm going to show you also how easy this is to clean. So let's let these steaks rest on this plate right here. Look at that crust, by the way.
Wow.
That is an incredible crust on both sides. All right, now I'm going to show you how easy this pan is to clean out. So let's save all that lovely deliciousness.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take a dry towel, and this is fun. This is how you build sauce right here. I want to deglaze that, right, with a little bit of wine. Look at that. I'm going to finish that with a little bit of herb. And then I pulled all those delicious bits off the steak. And I love the size of pan. It's not a wok. It's a magic pan. It's my desert island pan. It's my, yeah.
I love that.
And no one would think to do steak in this shape of pan.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think about it as a wok. Remember, it is your desert island pan. Now, I'm going to take a dry towel.
Okay.
I'm going right in. There's been no soap, no water, no dishwasher, no anything. Look at that. That stainless steel mesh with that ceramic nonstick, I'm ready to cook again. That's how crazy fast this is.
Listen, I should probably close my mouth. My mouth has been open the whole time because I'm in awe over here. But this technology is incredible. It's not your old school nonstick. When you think that nonstick coating that comes off, as Chef told you about that technology, that's never going to happen. That's why you can use those stainless steel tools in there as well. I want to remind you guys, you're getting this at a today-only price of $54.95. And it's not just the pan. It's not just the wok. You're also getting that peekaboo lid that comes with it as well. It is under $11 to get home on a FlexPay. We are very, very limited. The price is today only if we last through the end of today. So make sure that you don't miss on this. You know, Chef, you were talking about, you know, everything in one pan. So we have one pan meals. This is like a one pot meal, right? Like we can put our rice. We can do, I could do a soup in here if I wanted. Do
soup for sure. Do pulled pork. Do mac and cheese. Do a stew. And don't forget all the fun stuff. Remember, I'm making an ecosystem. So check out my Gravity battery-powered salt dispenser. It's a grinder ceramic because ceramic does not corrode. Right? You can set your settings. I could actually dial in what I want. I also have this little cool oil dispenser where you can actually dose your oil. If you get tight on that, check that out. As I push, I can say, oh, 1 table, no, 2 tables, no 3 tables, no 4. Oh, wait a minute, a little too much. Let me back down a little bit by pushing the top. And okay, 2 tables, perfect. Let's get that into the pan. And if I need to free pour, all you got to do is push that top in there. And now I've got crispy olive oil salmon right there. Look at that. Like, how fun is that? These clams are done. I'm going to plate these clams. I think it's time. And then I'm going to show you how to clean up this pan. All the clams are open. That's how you tell they're super delicious, ready to go. And then, oh man, we're gonna be eating lunch very shortly here, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. All right, let's clean this pan out. I don't need to take it to the sink. I don't need to worry about it. I'm gonna take a clean towel, and I'm not putting any pressure at all. I'm just gonna do a nice wipe out, and I'm ready to cook again. That's the magic of hybrid stainless steel and ceramic nonstick. Well, pretty cool.
Now, I have a question, Chef. If I wanted to put this in the oven, can I do that?
Absolutely. No, for
No way.
sure. Why
so
not?
we can put these in the oven too.
I designed these to go into up to a 475-degree oven.
Oh my
Now, the
gosh.
only thing you're gonna want is when you come out of the oven, just make sure you have a towel to protect your hand.
Yeah.
But that's what this is for. Actually, I forgot. Let's put this in the oven, shall we?
Okay.
I need to bake this chicken and rice. And so that's gonna go. And in the kitchen, we yell, oven open, everybody, oven open.
Okay, so that means stand back.
Stand back, stand back.
I'm
So
back here.
it's gonna go in. And now that's gonna be safe now for 400, 500 degrees.
Okay.
And that's going to be done in 20 minutes right there.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
isn't that amazing?
So this really is the one pan that does it all. I'm going to read some other reviews, and I'll tell you, go to hsn.com, read the reviews. These are your peers, right, who purchased this before it was even on air and have said how much they love it. Someone else said, this is top-notch quality. It's my favorite pan to cook in. Someone else said, I threw out all my old pans. This is all about performance and beauty for them. They said it looks beautiful, but it performs too. Someone else said, I love this. It doesn't leave the top of my stove. I bought 3 more as gifts, Chef. 3
yes,
more.
yes.
And
At this price point, guys, at the full price they bought them at. Oh, no way.
Yes.
Yo, hit me on social. I got to give you a thank you for that. That is so crazy cool.
It definitely is. Now, you're also seeing Chef use this 4-piece of the stainless steel utensils. Remember, you can use that in this wok. This is a wok, but it's a pan. It's everything that you need in a pan, right? If you could kind of wave a magic wand and say, I need a pan that does it all, this is the one, right, Chef?
Yes, I mean, restaurant-style, crispy
look at
salmon.
that.
You saw me make it. And, I mean, it's literally perfect. I could take a utensil and feel the scrape. That's how perfect that is. And we're going to get the perfection on both sides there. And because this system is ceramic and it's nonstick and it's stainless steel, there's not going to be no smell transfer at all. And,
true.
yeah, there's a reason I saved stir fry for last. Because you're thinking, oh, Jet, that's a stir-fry pan. It's a wok. No, that's the last thing we made in it. We made clams. We made steak. We made salmon. I've baked some chicken and rice. The last thing I'm going to make is stir-fry because I don't want you to think about this pan as a stir-fry pan at all.
Right. Yeah, because it's your everything pan. You can do soups in it. You could even steam. Like, I like to do my own, like, if everyone likes dim sum, I like to do my own little dim sum at home sometimes or things like that. You can use this for everything. I want to remind you all, this is 32% off today. It is a today only price, which means if there are any left, then that price is going to go back up to $80 at the end of tonight. But it's just under $11 for you to get this home on a FlexPay. So many 5-star reviews on there. I would tell you to go to hsn.com, take a look. I mean, everyone's talking about the quality. Everyone's talking about how this has made their life easier. This is now their go-to pan. What do your pans look like at home right now? How much did you pay for them? You are getting restaurant level, brand new technology. This is your amazing everything pan from Chef Jet for under $11 to get home. It's incredible.
Wild. I can't believe it. I mean, look again. I'm going to show you the crispy skin.
If I wasn't hungry before, folks.
Forget about
look at that salmon. It is, I mean, would you ever have thought, and I would say before, Chef, I may have said, you know what, I wouldn't cook my salmon in a wok because the wok, or the pan, I should say, that I had, doesn't do what this does, right? It doesn't conduct all the way through like that. It's hard to clean. The salmon would stick to it. Look how clean that came off.
I want you to think that you can wok cook in this, but it's not a wok. It is the perfect restaurant saute pan. It is the perfect steak searer. It is the perfect soup maker. It's a perfect pasta cooker.
Oh,
right?
pasta.
It's mashed potatoes. It's all of them. And I do have a little sister. If you're like, hey, a little too big and you want to add something else, there's also a 2-quart here.
Right.
And the 2-quart has exactly the same technology. The peekaboo lid, tri-ply, the stainless. I mean, we really have created a full ecosystem on purpose because we're really so proud of this cookware. It's amazing.
It is. Now, if you're seeing the tongs, we just got those back in stock. That's going to be your tong and tweezer set. We're going to give you that item number as well. They have those really cool legs, so you could set them on anything. I've never seen that before, which makes me so excited to use them when I get home. But remember, you are getting the pan, but you are also getting that domed lid that you can see in, that peekaboo lid that comes with it. You are getting both pieces today for that today only price of under $54. Incredible, incredible savings today. We appreciate you bringing all the deals today, Chef.
Are you kidding? How stoked is this? And look at all the dishes we actually made in this tiny amount of time.
Oh my gosh.
Just to show the clams, the stir fry, the everything, and the easy clean out.
It's so versatile, and think about that. If you're a busy mom at home, maybe, you know, it's dad, whoever is cooking in the kitchen, we want stuff that's gonna help make our lives easier. This is that pan. It's your everything pan in one. You're gonna put it in the oven, use it for everything, and then that cleanup, you saw Chef, he didn't even use any soap.
No.
He just wiped it right out. Oh my gosh, incredible. 872-621 is that item number. Today only price $54.95. Under $11 gets it home on that FlexPay. Very limited. Fewer than 400 remaining, guys. Grab yours while we have them. Yeah, I'm glad I have mine.
I know. Get them in the cart, get them home right away. We will run out today, for sure.
I know. Okay, we are going to move right along. This is, okay, everyone, my producer, Samantha, has been so excited for these. Not just her, though. Everyone has been. These are the egg rolls. Okay, we all love egg rolls, Chef, right?
Absolutely.
They are great finger foods, but I think a lot of people don't know that they are an entree. They're not just an appetizer.
Yeah, I'm going to show you that egg rolls are not just a delicious, perfect food meal by themselves. They're an entree. They are a snack food. I'm going to show you how to make them into protein, like croutons. But first, I got to pull them out of the air fryer. Tease.
Look at the air fryer.
Yeah, this is my new air fryer that's coming out that we're later on today. It's the only one we actually could see in while it's cooking.
Oh my gosh,
so
look at
there's
the
a full window. I'll pull it out, and the actual insert comes out, so you could actually see inside of it. I'm gonna be very kitchen-like, hot.
Yes.
Left.
I'm moving.
There you
Oh
go.
my, but look at the capacity.
And you can see the capacity. Yeah. I mean, look, there it is right there on the screen if you want to pick one up. But again, I'm really proud of this unit. And it's got 3 different inserts. So this is the air fryer insert. So you can see inside that we actually have a little grate. So you have air circulation under. I have a pizza insert in there. And I also have a grilling insert. So you can actually get grill marks on there.
This is amazing. So if you want to pick that up, you know, use them for anything. But look at how many egg rolls you're getting. Now, speaking of the egg rolls, you are getting, I want to let you know, you are getting to a 20 count of these egg rolls. They are $79.95. We dropped the price by $10. These have always been a hit, but I want to let you know now that we are very limited, less than 100 in each. Okay, so we're going to go over some of the different variations of what we have. So you can get your pork, you can get your chicken, your veggie, or you can do combinations at hsn.com. We have the shrimp and chicken, shrimp and veggie. Those are very limited. I think we have maybe, how many is it, Sam? 70 of each only. We have the chicken and veggie, the pork veggie, shrimp and chicken, shrimp and pork. We also have them on auto ship, meaning that they will be able to get to you at this price for whenever you want them, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You lock that in and kind of make it your own. But this is something I would say definitely jump on. Under $16 gets them home. Free shipping and handling on these today as well. And they've been a runaway hit, Chef.
Oh, big time. Now, okay, I'm going to take you into the life of a R&D chef.
Okay.
So this is Grandma's recipe from over 100 years ago. But we had to figure out a way to commercialize it. How do you make Grandma's recipe into the thousands and millions? When you get an egg roll at home, this is what I want you to do. I want you to cut it in half lengthwise, and I want you to do a forensic investigation of your egg roll, all right? Now, a really great egg roll should be meat and vegetable, like 95%. Don't let them mess with you and give you the super, super thick wrappers. I mean, look at that. That's what we call coast-to-coast egg roll right there. All right, egg roll, perfect food like pizza.
Yes.
But now here I've got a ramen noodle. So my kid comes home from school. Amaya's hungry. Dad, I want noodles. I'm like, okay, I'll get you noodles, but you got to eat protein. So my air fry 7 to 10 minutes. I cut them thusly, so into 3s, and check it out, right on the ramen noodle. Now she's gonna get satiated before music practice. So she's gonna have energy, because I get it. The carbs are gonna be kind of high, fast burn energy, but I want her to have some protein in there as well. So that's for her. My son kind of eats these straight, so he'll have a snack, a little bit of vegetables on the side, your choice of sauce. He likes a little sweet, so I make a hoisin. I do hoisin and peanut butter right here.
That sounds so good.
Right? And it's really hard to whip up savory deliciousness quickly.
It
We've
is.
done it for you. And then my last kind of cool tip is, you know, when we do salads, this is how I eat it at home. So I love salad, but I get hungry right away after. So now I'm gonna cut them into smaller pieces. Now, what do you usually top salad that's crunchy and bready? Croutons. How about croutons that have protein in them? How about croutons that add flavor on the salad? That's how I want you to think about an egg roll, because in Vietnamese cuisine, in Thai cuisine, egg rolls are not just an appetizer, they're not a snack, they're a protein. They're a textural element. They're fun. So these are just really great ways that you can use them. And because they come in 20, you keep them in the freezer. And when you're ready to go, you could just throw them in. If you don't have an air fryer, a regular oven, if you don't have an oven, throw them in the deep fry. What we do is when we have parties, I deep fry outdoors to make the neighbors really jealous. I'm sorry, Brett. I'm sorry.
I love it.
These are my neighbors right there, who we love, and they're like, "What are you cooking over there?"
Yeah. They're gonna knock at the door, like, "Can we come over?"
Yeah, and they can't always, because we love our neighbors. Now, on game day, we've got some playoff games happening right now. Oh yeah, check it out. So instead of the crudité, which you know, we all have friends. I want you to @ them and tell me which friends don't eat enough vegetables. I love veggies, but you know what? Let's give them a treat. Let's give them big, full egg rolls, chicken, pork. We could do vegetables. We could do the combinations, and that way, the grazers are happy, the protein hunters are happy, and these are just amazing ways you could use egg rolls.
It definitely is, and you know, if you have ever kind of had an egg roll before, right? Ask yourself when you bit into it, was it full the whole way down?
Yeah,
Did you get right that? And I love that you said that, Chef, because that is how you know it is a good egg roll, because there is that bite of veggie and meat in every single bite, and that's what you're getting. These guys are packed.
These
Look
are
at this
loaded.
right now.
And they're cooked perfectly. The vegetables aren't weeping. Don't you hate when you get a soggy egg roll? It's because they didn't cook the vegetables and wring them out enough. Now, this is literally what we do when we're in the lab and we're making egg rolls, and we call them cuttings, by the way. They're called tastings in restaurant. They're called cuttings when you're in a big place where you're making a lot of it. So I'll take my competitor and cut them, and none of them are going to be this full, this loaded, because we want to make sure the value goes to you. And the recipe is an old Tila recipe. It's going to be savory. It's going to have a little heat. I do like a little bit of a white pepper in there, and that's why it's going to have that flavor.
Little spice. So we're getting grandma's recipe, right? So this is Chef Jet's grandma's recipe that you are getting home to you. I want to remind you, we are very, very limited, and some of them we have less than 70 left.
Wow.
So make sure you grab yours. Shrimp and chicken, I'm getting an update. We have 40. That is it. Shrimp and chicken, we have 40 left. Make sure that you pick them up. I would say also get them on auto ship so you don't have to be without. Maybe you're having, you know, graduations and things are coming up, right? If you're having people over, this is something that is going to satiate everyone. They're going to love them, but also you'll have a good enough quantity because you're getting 20 pieces. So grab a couple of these, get them on that auto ship while we have them available. Chef, what inspired you, you know, with Grandma to bring this like to the masses? Was this one of your favorites that she would make?
Yeah, you know, this is one of the foods I ate when I was a kid. And when I was a little kid, I was kind of a little hyper. So the way they kind of calmed me down is I lived in the kitchen with my grandmother. One of my first jobs was making egg rolls. So when I had a chance to work with HSN and bring a food line in, that's what I wanted to make. I wanted to bring you my egg rolls that I grew up with. Shrimp and chicken is one of my favorites, by the way. So I do think these are going to go. Just so you know what you're getting when they come to your house, so you know exactly what's happening here. This is the packaging. And if you look, they come 20 to a pack, right? You've got, you know, very simple label, nothing too fancy there. But what you're looking for is the quality of the cook.
Okay.
So we cook these ahead of time. We IQF them. So they are perfect. They're already structurally gorgeous. And all you have to do now is throw these in the air fryer, throw them in an oven, and you're going to have perfect egg rolls within minutes, ready to go from my house to your house.
That's so, Chef. I'm gonna sneak in here,
please
and I'm gonna take
do
a
a little
bite.
tasting.
I know we have to save one for my producer, but you know, being half Chinese, I feel like I'm kind of like an egg roll connoisseur.
Yep. And by the way, AAPI month, it's kind of good to know the symbolism in food. Egg rolls also represent like wealth and fortune because they mimic gold bars. There's a lot of that fun stuff that we weave into, into food history. And I do a cooking class in my kids' class every year, and we'll do fun things like this. How is it? Pretty good, right?
This is amazing. I mean, it is so, this is really good. It was crunchy, and then I got, like you said, every bite had the veggies, it had meat. Get these home. This is incredible. I would say too, I love that you kind of mentioned that, Chef, because I think for us, for people who don't know, right, it's like sharing a little bit of that happiness, that joy, prosperity that we like to do with our food. I think food tells stories.
Oh, for sure. You know, I'm sharing my culture with you. I'm also sharing my family history with you. And just like everything in the Jet line, be it the Japanese steel, be it the olive wood, the chicken is chicken breast, the pork is pork shoulder, the vegetables are picked at the peak of freshness. We make it so you don't have to make it. Egg rolls are not fun to make, my friends, at home, right? To get the wrapper, to cook the meat off, to cook the veg, to dry it out, to wrap it up, to fry it, they take forever. Let us do the work for you. And again, we have so many flavor options. Keep them in the freezer. It's one of the few things you can be eating really on the more delicious side, on the quick side, I gotta say.
It is, and delicious is an understatement, Chef. These are so good, and think about that, right? You're getting the same thing every time. You're getting that same deliciousness. You want to be the hit of that party. Everyone's coming over. These are amazing, and they are a good size. They're not tiny. Like these are. Look at it next to my hand. Like this is the size of my hand is the size of that egg roll. So make sure you pick these up while we still have quantities. 085088 is the item number. I just want to give you an update. Shrimp and chicken, I think, is our lowest quantity that we have available. 25.
Wow.
Chicken and veggie, 50. If you're in the ordering process, stay on the phone. We'll be able to help you. But if you look on your left-hand corner of the screen, there's a QR code. Grab your camera, take a picture. It'll take you to the front of the line. You can order that way as well. I don't want you to miss out on these. There are others on there. We do have, let me just look, we've got the shrimp and pork, shrimp and chicken, the pork and chicken. We also have just veggie, just chicken. So there are different, but you can't go wrong with any of these. If the one that you want exactly sells out, grab another. You can't go wrong with any of them. They are really, listen, I'm half Chinese. I eat egg rolls all the time. You didn't hear me talking, right? And I'm always talking. That's because I was eating because they're so good, Chef.
Yeah, and you can see, so in the front here, we've got the pork, and in the back here, we have the chicken. So, I mean, just look, that's chicken breast.
Oh, my gosh.
Look at that color of chicken breast. Look at how bright and fresh the vegetables are. Pork is going to be a little darker in color naturally, and both the ratio of meat to vegetables, perfect. The wrapper is razor thin, fried to perfection, so every bite's going to be crispy and satiating.
Every single bite. Do not miss this. 085088 is your item number. Grab them on auto ship too while we have them available, free shipping. But we're not done with Chef Jet. We have him for another hour, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Oh, we're gonna jump right in. Just kidding, guys. Okay, we are gonna go for these promos that we have coming up. So these